Welcome to the light space, guys. How to achieve inner peace. Let's get to it. I have to admit, it wasn't that long ago that the idea of having a silent mind and feeling of profound inner peace seemed almost like a fairy tale. In a world that has so much going on with an almost endless amount of stimulation, it can be very hard to disconnect and find stillness. Once you achieve true peace, it is indescribable, a feeling of paradise like heaven on earth. You find joy in the simplest things and carry a feeling of perpetual bliss in your day-to-day life. The first time I experienced this phenomena, it wasn't clear to me how I ended up there in the first place. It was only a few months later that I really understood this process. Now I feel that inner peace a large portion of the time. From my experience, inner peace is found through forgiveness and acceptance, which leads to self-love. I used to think that self-love was a form of narcissism. I tried so hard to avoid being narcissistic that I ended up going too far the other way, being too hard on myself and damaging my self-esteem, not realizing that this is also a form of pride. It goes both ways. Saying you're better than everyone else and saying I don't deserve to be happy are two sides of the same coin. When you meet in the middle, you begin to find peace. The first thing I had to do was forgive myself for any past mistakes and be prepared to forgive myself for any I might make in the future. The longer we hold on to a mistake, the longer we allow it to hold us back. We all make them, yet we always think that our mistakes are so much worse than everyone else's. Forgive any others who have wronged you. I know this is easier said than done, but believe me, the fastest way to get back at someone who treated you badly is to forgive them. It takes amazing strength to say, whether you are sorry or not, I forgive you. Not to do you a favour, but to heal myself and move on. I wish you all the best. Make peace with your flaws and insecurities. We all have them. The more you embrace them, no matter what, the more they will start to disappear. If you are kind, compassionate and non-judgmental towards others, why wouldn't you be the same towards yourself? Once you say, I am what I am, I love and accept myself unconditionally, I forgive myself for any of my past mistakes or imperfections and allow myself to be happy, peaceful and successful, it will be like hanging out with your best friend at all times. You'll be totally at ease in your own company and will no longer fear your own judgment. Have you ever met someone who didn't make a mistake? Have you ever met someone who didn't make a bunch of really bad mistakes? The answer is no. Nobody is a saint, and I'm sure even saints make mistakes. They are just a natural part of life, but the word mistake has a lot of negative connotations. It conjures up the image of a fool or someone hopelessly misled. But mistakes are nothing more than lessons. There is always a chance to learn from each one. The quicker you learn from them and make your peace with them, the quicker you can move on and become even greater than you were before. Remember that forgiving and loving yourself doesn't just benefit you. The more at peace you are, the happier you are, and the more of a positive influence you'll be towards others. A lot of us are still attached to a negative image we have of ourselves that was formed in the past, or from other people's perceptions of us, blocking us from becoming the true versions of ourselves we want to be. But you are not your parents, you are not who you were as a teenager, you're not even the same person you were yesterday. This is all a false sense of self. You are only who you choose to be in this present moment. It's in your hands. That is the power of responsibility. When you take responsibility for your happiness, you are no longer empowering other people's control over you. And that places you right in the driver's seat. Your victim complex will disappear and you will begin to care less and less what others think of you. This is true sovereignty and control. I used to say, once I get there, I'll be happy. Once I get that job, I'll be happy. Then once I got the job, I'd say, once I get that pay rise, I'll be happy. You get the idea. But once you choose to be happy now with what you have, you will start to find more and more things to be happy about. I'm not trying to discourage anyone from achieving bigger things, of course. Ambition is very important. But when you keep saying, I'll be happy when, the universe will keep giving you more and more I'll be happy when situations. Look to expand, but at the same time be happy and grateful for what you have now. When you keep glorifying the future, you neglect the glory of the present moment. Enjoy the present to the fullest now, and the future will be even greater when you get there. I had next to nothing during my first experience of true peace. A job I hated, barely any money, but you can always make the most of these circumstances. There's always something to be grateful for. Be happy and grateful with what you have now, and the universe will give you more and more things to be happy and grateful for. So start practicing forgiveness and compassion towards yourself. You have a lot to offer, we all do. Let go of anything that isn't serving you and seek a place of acceptance. Have fun and embrace your authenticity. You might discover that you're actually a pretty awesome person. Give yourself a break and start seeing only the good in yourself. Treat yourself like your own best friend and life will become a fun adventure. We're only here for a short while, so love yourself. Love everything about you, even the things you hate. Inner peace will follow and lead you to radical change. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.